This is CodeHub India presentation by Sanjay Shah, lecturer, for the Autodesk Certified User Exam for the AutoCAD 2015. Today lesson is working in the command window. As mentioned, at the bottom of the screen, just above the status bar, is a small horizontal window, called the command window. Here, AutoCAD displays responses to your input while you're using a command. By default, it shows one line of text. This line shows the current responses to your command input as well as command options. As you work through a command, you'll see more responses, with earlier responses scrolling upward in faded text. You can view text that has scrolled out of sight by clicking the up pointing arrowhead at the far right of the command window. Right now, the command line displays the words "type a command" in a box, see figure. This tells you that AutoCAD is waiting for a command. When you click a point in the drawing area, you see the message "specify opposite corner." At the same time, the cursor starts to draw a window selection that disappears when you click another point. The same message appears in the dynamic input display at the cursor. As a new user, pay special attention to messages displayed in the command window and the dynamic input display because this is how AutoCAD communicates with you. Besides giving you messages, the command window records your activity within AutoCAD. You can use the scroll bar to the right of the command window to review previous messages. You can also enlarge the window for a better view. You can use single-line text to create one or more lines of text, where each text line is an independent object that you can relocate, reformat, or otherwise modify. Use single-line text to create one or more lines of text, ending each line when you press Enter. Each text line is an independent object that you can relocate, reformat, or otherwise modify. When you create single-line text, you assign a text style and set alignment. The text style sets the default characteristics of the text object. The alignment determines what part of the text character aligns with the insertion point. You can insert a field in single-line text. A field is text that is set up to display data that might change. When the field is updated, the latest value of the field is displayed. The text styles used for single-line text are the same as those used for multi-line text. When you create text, you assign an existing style by entering its name at the style prompt. If you need to apply formatting to individual words and characters, use multi-line text instead of single-line text. Click Home tab Annotation panel Multi-line text. Specify opposite corners of a bounding box to define the width of the multi-line text object. If the ribbon is active, the Text Ribbon Contextual tab displays. If the ribbon is not active, the in-place text editor is displayed. To indent the first line of each paragraph, drag the first line indent slider on the ruler. To indent the other lines of each paragraph, drag the paragraph slider. To set tabs, click the ruler where you want a tab stop. If you want to use a text style other than the default, on the ribbon, click the Annotate tab, Text panel. Select the desired text style from the drop-down list. Enter text. Please note that text that would otherwise be difficult to read, if it is very small, very large, or is rotated, is displayed at a legible size and is oriented horizontally so that you can easily read and edit it. To override the current text style, select text as follows. To select one or more letters, click and drag the pointing device over the characters. To select a word, double-click the word. To select a paragraph, triple-click the paragraph. On the ribbon, make format changes as follows. To change the font of the selected text, select a font from the list. To change the height of the selected text, enter a new value in the height box. Please note that the text height value is reset to 0 if its default height is not modified during creation. To format text in a true type font with boldface or italics, or to create underlined, overlined, or strike through text for any font, click the corresponding button on the ribbon. SHX fonts do not support boldface or italics. To apply color to selected text, choose a color from the color list. Click Other to display the Select Color dialog box. To save your changes and exit the editor, use one of the following methods. On the Text ribbon Contextual tab, in the Close panel, click Close Text Editor. Click in the drawing outside the editor. Press Ctrl plus Enter. Draw a circle by center and radius or diameter. This is the default method for drawing a circle. 1. Do one of the following. Click Home tab, Draw panel, circle, drop down, center, radius. Click Home tab, Draw panel, circle, drop down, center, diameter. 2. Specify the center point. 3. Specify the radius or diameter. To create circles, you can specify various combinations of center, radius, and diameter points on the circumference or on other objects. To create 2D isometric circles. 1. On the status bar, click. Alternatively, you can enter isodraft at the command prompt. 2. Choose which isoplane orientation that you want to use, left, right, or top. Press F5 or Ctrl plus E to cycle through the different isoplanes, recommended. On the status bar, Isodraft button, click the drop-down arrow and choose an option. At the Isodraft prompt in the command window, enter an option. 3. At the command prompt, enter ellipse isocircle. The isocircle option is available only when an isometric drawing plane is active. 4. Specify the center of the isocircle. 5. Specify the radius or diameter of the isocircle. A 2D isometric drawing is flat representation of a 3D isometric projection. This method of drawing provides a fast way to create an isometric view of a simple design. Distances measured along an isometric axis are correct to scale, but because you are drawing in 2D, you cannot expect to extract other 3D distances and areas, display objects from different viewpoints, or remove hidden lines automatically. By using the isodraft command, several system variables and settings are automatically changed to values that facilitate isometric angles. The standard isometric planes, called isoplanes, are as follows. Right. Align snap and grid along 30 and 90 degree axes. Left. Align snap and grid along 90 and 150 degree axes. Top. Align snap and grid along 30 and 150 degree axes. Choosing one of the three isoplanes automatically causes the crosshairs cursor, and precision drawing and tracking tools to be aligned along the corresponding isometric axis. Therefore, you can draw the top plane, switch to the left plane to draw a side, and switch to the right plane to complete the drawing.